Let's talk about the media and press access. Many members of the media are here today. How much access will Arkansas media have to you as governor, and will it change based on how they cover your time in office? And Mr. Jones, we start with you.
Again, I go back to it's important to check the record. It's important to inspect the fruit. From the beginning, we have shown up everywhere and spoken to all Arkansans and taken the tough questions. From the beginning, we've had conversations with the media, and we are always open, and I will always be open to having conversations with the media. Because here's the deal. The media plays a critical and important role in our society. They allow us to get at the tough questions. They allow us to see behind the veil and to know what's going on. Because I can say things on this stage, but the real question is, what's in the details? What's behind what I'm saying? And who is it going to be beneficial for? And that's the role of the media. Look, we've been down to South Arkansas, and I've heard stories of folks who are frustrated because they can't hear from my opponent, Sarah Sanders. And they want to know how she is going to implement the things that she's talking about, and they want to ask the tough questions. So as governor, I certainly will continue to do what I've done from the very beginning, which is be transparent and accountable and open.
Mr. Harrington.
I'm sorry, can you please repeat the question again?
When it comes to local media, how much access will they have to you as governor?
Oh, I've definitely joked at one of the first debates that we had in April that I would live stream my days as governor of Arkansas. You know, we've got to be forthright with one another. If we want to have a free and safe society, we have to be forthright. We have to be truthful with one another. We have to tell it like it is, but also be gentle with one another whenever we are telling it like it is. And going back to this issue of integrity, we've got to continue to demonstrate to the people that they can funny for a libertarian to say this, trust the government, but have some type of good faith that those that are in office, those that are serving the people of the state of Arkansas are doing the right thing.
Ms. Sanders.
Freedom of the press is incredibly important, but with freedom of the press also comes a great deal of responsibility. And when they don't live up to their end of the bargain, it forces some of us to go outside of the box, which I have done every single day for the last 2 years. I have traveled all over the state of Arkansas. In fact, I would be willing to venture that I've actually met with more Arkansans directly face-to-face than all of the other candidates running for this office, both in the primary and general combined. I've been to all 75 counties, taking my message directly to the people of Arkansas, because I know more than anybody that sometimes you have to go directly to the people and cut out the middleman and the bias in which they are going to present your message. And it's clearly working and resonating. People are hungry for a leader who is going to build Arkansas up, who is going to focus on things like education, like public safety, like phasing out our state income tax and doing things that benefit every Arkansan. And that's exactly the message that I've been talking about for the last 2 years.
Got it.
And I'm going to continue talking about as we finish strong. Yes, sir.
Got to call time. Mr. Harrington, or Mr. Jones.
I mean, it sounded like a crowd-sized comment to me. Look, the Second Amendment is something that we talk about often. And when we talk about it, it's our support of the Second Amendment. And I certainly support the Second Amendment. There's one that comes before it, which is the First Amendment. And I strongly support the First Amendment as well, because a foundation of openness is critical to the functioning of our democracy. And the more we have leaders who are unwilling to show up and answer the tough questions in front of crowds that don't agree with them and with media that don't agree with them, the further we'll get away from the strength of our democracy.
Mr. Harrington.
Again, I'd like to thank Arkansas PBS for holding this debate and allowing me to be on this stage, because it's very difficult for third parties to even get in this type of situation. Thank you all again for this. Getting back to some of the things that are important, the First Amendment, our press is supposed to keep our government in check and make sure the things that they say is the truth. The press is fundamental to our constitutional democratic republic. And hopefully the corporate press will get away from doing the things that they do and fomenting the hate that is so prevalent in America today.
Time, sir. Time. Ms. Sanders, 30 seconds.
I've engaged with the press and I'll continue to do so. But more importantly, I will never stop engaging directly with the people of Arkansas. I've traveled all over this state, taking question after question, looking people directly in the eye and laying out my plan, my vision, and my message for the state. I don't apologize for that. I think that's exactly what this process is supposed to be about, is letting people have the opportunity to get to know you and invest in who you are before they cast their vote for you. I'm going to continue doing that and finish strong over these last few weeks leading up to November 8th.
Time again.